Welcome back to Mindset Hub Tube. Have you ever looked around and wondered why two people can stand in the same city, breathe the same air, work just as hard, yet live completely different lives? One sees closed doors everywhere. The other somehow finds opportunities hidden in places no one else notices. What if the biggest difference wasn't luck or talent, but an invisible story they kept telling themselves every single day? Tonight's story begins with a man who believed life had already decided his future. He had no idea that one unexpected conversation on an ordinary evening would challenge everything he thought he knew. And once he heard those words, there was no going back. Chapter 1. The weight. No one could see. Some burdens cannot be measured by numbers. They cannot be placed on a scale or written on a paycheck, yet they become heavier every morning. Ethan carried one of those burdens. Every sunrise felt like another reminder that he was falling behind. Bills covered his kitchen table. His apartment was clean but empty, almost as if hope itself had packed its bags long ago. Every rejection sounded the same. We've chosen another candidate. Maybe next time. We'll keep your resume on file. At first, he blamed the economy, then his education, then his family. Eventually, he blamed himself. One rainy evening, after another disappointing interview, Ethan missed his usual bus and wandered into an old neighborhood he had never explored before. A tiny repair shop stood between two abandoned buildings. The faded sign simply read, "Things can be fixed." Inside, an elderly watchmaker carefully repaired an antique pocket watch. "You look like someone carrying broken time," the old man said without looking up. Ethan forced a laugh. "I think I'm carrying a broken life." The watchmaker smiled gently. "Sometimes they feel the same." Silence filled the room. Only the ticking of dozens of clocks echoed through the shop. Finally, Ethan asked, "Do you ever repair watches that are too damaged?" The old man held up a cracked watch. "Most people throw these away because they only see the broken glass." He carefully opened the back, "But the heart is still beating." Those words stayed with Ethan long after he left. That night, unable to sleep, he kept hearing the rhythm of those clocks. Tick, tick, tick. For the first time in years, he wondered, what if something inside him was still working, even if everything outside looked broken? He didn't know it yet, but someone had quietly unlocked the first door. The next morning, a mysterious envelope appeared beneath his apartment door. Inside was a single handwritten sentence: "If you want different results, meet me where the river bends at sunrise." Ethan stared at the note. Who had written it, and why did it already feel impossible to ignore? Chapter 2. The river that refused to stop. What if the greatest lesson in your life wasn't spoken by a person at all, but by something that had been flowing beside you for centuries? Before dawn, Ethan stood at the riverbank, uncertain whether he had made a foolish decision. Mist floated across the water like a living dream. The old watchmaker was already there, skipping tiny stones across the surface. "You came," he said. "I almost didn't." Most people almost don't. They walked in silence until the old man pointed toward the river. "Tell me, what do you see?" "Water." "And what does it do?" "It keeps moving, even after storms." "Yes." "Even after drought?" "Yes." The old man nodded. "So why have you decided your life must stop? Simply because yesterday was difficult?" The question landed harder than Ethan expected. He had never noticed how often he replayed old failures. Each disappointment became proof that tomorrow would look exactly the same. The watchmaker picked up two small jars. One contained clear water, the other muddy water. He poured both into the river. Within seconds, they disappeared. "The river never argues with what enters it," he said softly. "It simply keeps flowing." As weeks passed, Ethan began making tiny changes. He greeted strangers. He applied for positions he once believed were beyond him. He read every evening instead of complaining every night. Nothing dramatic happened. In fact, life became harder. A freelance project collapsed. His landlord announced a rent increase. His oldest friend laughed when Ethan spoke about changing his outlook. "You've started believing motivational nonsense," his friend said. Walking home, doubt returned stronger than ever. Maybe people never really changed. Maybe hope was only another way to delay disappointment. That evening, he found the repair shop closed. The The lights were off, the windows empty. The old man had vanished. Taped to the locked door was another handwritten message. Sometimes the teacher disappears, so the student can discover whether the lesson remains. Ethan looked around the deserted street. For the first time, he had to choose whether to keep walking without someone showing him the way. Chapter 3. The door, hidden in plain sight. Have you ever searched everywhere for an opportunity, only to realize it had been waiting for you to notice it all along? Days turned into weeks. Without the watchmaker's quiet presence, Ethan felt the old fears creeping back. Yet something had changed. Instead of surrendering to them, he began asking different questions. What can I do today? Who can I help? What skill can I improve? One afternoon, while volunteering at a neighborhood community center, he met Maya, who managed local outreach programs. She noticed how patiently Ethan helped an elderly visitor fill out paperwork. You explain things clearly, she said. I've never thought of that as a skill. Maybe you've never looked at yourself through someone else's eyes. Those words lingered. Soon, Maya asked if he could assist with organizing workshops for young job seekers. At first, Ethan hesitated. I'm still trying to figure my own life out. She smiled. Sometimes, people don't need someone who has all the answers. They need someone who remembers what it feels like to struggle. Week after week, Ethan listened to stories that sounded painfully familiar. Fear, self-doubt, disappointment. He realized he wasn't alone. More importantly, he realized that encouragement wasn't something you gave after becoming successful. It was often what helped people become successful. Unexpectedly, one of the workshop attendees owned a growing design company. A month later, Ethan received a phone call. We're looking for someone who connects well with people. Maya recommended you. The interview felt different, not because the questions had changed, because he had. He no longer tried to prove his worth. He simply showed it. Days later, an email arrived. He had the job. For a brief moment, it felt like every problem had disappeared, but life had one more lesson waiting. On his first day at work, the company announced sudden budget cuts. Several new positions, including Ethan's, might be eliminated before the month ended. Everything he had built suddenly stood on uncertain ground again. Would he return to the fear that once controlled him? Or had he finally become someone new? Chapter 4. The storm that revealed the truth. What if losing the very thing you fought so hard to gain was the moment that finally showed you who you had become? The announcement echoed through the office like a cold wind. Budget cuts, hiring freeze, departments being reorganized. No one knew whose position would disappear. The room filled with whispers. Some blamed management, others blamed the economy. A few immediately started searching for new jobs. For a brief moment, Ethan felt the familiar weight settle back onto his shoulders. Here it comes again, he thought. Every time life begins to improve, something takes it away. But then another voice interrupted that thought. Not the watchmaker's voice exactly, his own. Is that really true? It was the first time he had questioned the story instead of believing it. Rather than spending his days worrying, Ethan decided to focus on what he could control. He arrived early. He stayed curious. He volunteered for projects no one else wanted. He listened carefully to clients instead of simply completing tasks. His co-workers were confused. Why work this hard? One of them asked. You could be gone next week. Ethan smiled. Maybe, but I don't want fear making my decisions anymore. Days later, the company faced an unexpected crisis. A major client was preparing to end their partnership after months of misunderstandings. Meetings failed. Emails made things worse. Everyone seemed determined to defend themselves instead of solving the problem. During one discussion, Ethan quietly raised his hand. I have an idea. The room fell silent. He wasn't the most experienced person there. He wasn't the highest-ranking employee, but he remembered something Maya had once told him. People want to feel understood before they want solutions. Instead of preparing another presentation, Ethan suggested visiting the client in person. No sales pitch, he explained. Let's spend one meeting asking questions instead of giving answers. The managers hesitated. Finally, they agreed. The conversation lasted nearly 3 hours. Something surprising happened. The client admitted they had never wanted to leave. They simply felt invisible. Small problems had become large because no one had truly listened. By the end of the afternoon, the partnership was saved. Back at the office, everyone celebrated. Yet Ethan didn't feel proud because he had rescued the company. He felt grateful because months earlier, he would never have believed his voice mattered enough to speak. That evening, while walking home beneath golden streetlights, he noticed a familiar storefront, the repair shop. Its lights were glowing once again. Inside, the old watchmaker was polishing another antique clock. "You came back," Ethan said. The old man smiled without surprise. "I never really left." Ethan laughed. "I looked everywhere for you. And what did you find?" Ethan thought for a long moment. "I stopped looking for someone to rescue me." The watchmaker nodded. "Good." He placed an unfinished watch on the table. "This one still needs work." "So do I." "So does everyone." The old man gently closed the watch. The goal was never perfection. It was movement. They stood in comfortable silence, while dozens of clocks ticked together. Finally, Ethan asked the question that had lived inside him since their first meeting. "Were you trying to teach me how to become successful?" The watchmaker shook his head. "No." "What then?" "I wanted you to remember that opportunities often arrive after the person is ready to recognize them." As Ethan stepped outside, he noticed something strange. Workers were removing the old shop sign. In its place, they were hanging a new one. It read, "Time changes those who keep going." Ethan smiled, but before he reached home, his phone rang. It was Maya. Her voice sounded unusually serious. "I need your help," she said. "What happened?" "There are dozens of families here tonight who just lost their jobs." Ethan looked toward the city skyline. Months ago, he would have asked, "Why is this happening?" Now he asked a different question. "How can I help?" He had no idea that this single decision would change far more than his own life. Chapter 5. The Riches That Were Waiting All Along. Could it be that the greatest treasure you will ever discover is not something you earn, but someone you become? The community center buzzed with quiet conversations. Some people stared at the floor, others worried about mortgages, rent, school fees, and uncertain tomorrows. Ethan recognized the look in their eyes. He had worn it himself. Not long ago, he believed that confidence appeared only after success. Now he knew something different. Confidence often begins with the courage to take one honest step while still feeling afraid. Over the following weeks, Ethan worked alongside Maya to organize career workshops, networking events, and practical coaching sessions. He never claimed to have all the answers. Instead, he listened, he encouraged, he reminded people of strengths they had forgotten. One evening, a young father approached him after a session. "I came here thinking my life was over," he admitted. "But today I went home and my daughter said, 'Dad, you're smiling again. Thank you.'" Ethan didn't know what to say. As the man walked away, he realized something remarkable. Months earlier, he had measured wealth by numbers alone. Now he understood that real abundance reaches far beyond a bank account. It includes peace when circumstances are uncertain, hope when results are delayed, generosity when fear says to hold back. The promotion he eventually received at work was meaningful. The financial stability that followed brought welcome relief, but neither matched the quiet joy of waking each morning, believing that new possibilities could appear at any moment. One crisp autumn afternoon, Ethan returned to the old repair shop, carrying a small gift. The door was locked. The windows were empty. A handwritten note rested beneath the handle. It simply read, "Every clock must eventually leave the workshop. Go help someone else remember that their heart is still beating." There was no signature, only a tiny drawing of a pocket watch. Ethan smiled. For the first time, he didn't feel disappointed that the watchmaker was gone. Some people enter our lives for a season, not to make us dependent on them, but to help us discover the strength that was quietly growing within us all along. Years later, when people asked Ethan what had changed his life, they expected him to mention a promotion, a lucky opportunity, or a brilliant investment. Instead, he would simply say, "It changed the day I stopped treating possibility like a stranger." Life still brought challenges. Unexpected expenses appeared. Plans sometimes failed. Dreams occasionally took longer than expected. But fear no longer had the final word, because Ethan had learned a truth that no setback could take away. The stories we repeat inside our minds shape the choices we make, the opportunities we notice, and the future we gradually create. When we choose hope over helplessness, action over excuses, gratitude over constant lack, we begin to recognize doors that were always there, but invisible to a discouraged heart. Perhaps the richest life is not reserved for the luckiest people. Perhaps it belongs to those who refuse to let yesterday decide what tomorrow can become. And maybe, just maybe, as you finish this story, another chapter is quietly waiting to begin. Not in Ethan's life, in yours. If this story stayed with you, please like this video, subscribe to Mindset HubTube, share it with someone who needs encouragement today, and tell us in the comments which moment touched you the most.